Hello, I'm Bas Hamer from Possum Labs, and today we'll be talking about the second of the tutorials, which is talking about how we can create new data. And this is assuming that you're using the English version of the package. So let's go over to Visual Studio and take a quick look at the scenario that we're going to want to support. So what we're doing here is we want to create a new user object, and we have to do a couple of things. One, we have to specify the name, which is the var column. This is always the var column. The biggest reason for this is that you're very unlikely to have a property called var on your objects. And then you can override any of the fields you want to. So for instance, our users have titles, and we've given U1 the title of Benalish Hero and U2 the title of Rock of Carriages. Now you can actually use variables in this as well. So what we've done over here is we have duplicate title where we used the same title as for user 1. Now let's take a quick look at what we have to do to support this. Well, if you have the user object, right, we do have a title property in here. What's happening behind the scenes is that all of these methods that create users, given the user, or given the user of type, given the user that is, or given a user the type that is, all fall down the same method down here. What we're doing here is we apply templates, we decorate it, we'll cover these things in later lessons, we'll apply any transformations we have to, but the last thing we do over here is we add it. And this is the important step. This is where we actually add the user to the system. And that's pretty much everything you need to do. The reason that some of the text is written the way it is, this allows the S to be optional, right? The S question mark, the regular expressions. And that's really the only important thing that's going on here. I do believe it is case insensitive when it comes to the properties that are being referenced. So it doesn't matter if you have the same casing in here as in the actual scenario. I believe this one may be required to be a lowercase all the way. So as you can see, creating new data is very easy. If you want to do something with the data, like you have to actually do something with the data, like create it in your system, then of course that would be plugged in down here, right? You would do that before you add it, but we'll talk about it later as to how to plug those things in more detail. Okay, that's it, and we'll talk further in lesson 3 where we're going to be discussing templates.